hat er genau mein Tattoo, ich will es jetzt nicht mal zeigen, mein Tattoo als Bild genommen. Geil.
Mask, potentially from the same mold or at least a retool of that sculpt. We kept the same general idea with the same general paint job. Moving along throughout the cycle, we would see many retooled variants with slightly different paint jobs. As you can see here, we got another silver and black variant, one of my favorites. I just think that the use of silver on a jester mask looks really cool for some reason. And moving along, we also have a gray variation. Further down the line, we see the promo version with more weathering going on. For some reason, these Volume 3 and All Hope Is Gone masks really like to weather around the lips and the chin area, specifically on the left side. Moving away from the Volume 3 / All Hope Is Gone sculpts, we now see an All Hope Is Gone mask that was a completely new sculpt. Still pretty similar sculpturally, but it is a different sculpt, and this is a weird version because it doesn't have a zipper, but it does have a zipper handle. Now, whether or not this thing featured a zipper and Jim decided to cut it out, as he is known to modify his masks in that manner, is beyond me, but it does still have the zipper handle, which I always felt gave it a very interesting look. I don't necessarily like the way this mask looks, but for any Slipknot mask makers out there, I've never seen someone nail this mask or even attempt it for that matter, so get on it. Next up, we see our old friend, the Forum's Novelties Jester conversion, and this is actually a recast that was converted for the Sonosphere show.
Joker
After Pollock
94,
passed
sag mal
away
ganz
and they
ehrlich,
decided to do somewhat of a memorial or throwback show. A lot of the members were wearing masks similar to their older masks. So clearly, Jim has a Forum's Novelties Jester conversion. Doesn't quite look like any of the masks that he wore prior, but that's pretty cool because it does make this its own version. It wasn't trying to be one of those old masks, just something similar for nostalgia. Here we have the pre-cut Silver Jester, and Jim never actually wore it in this manner. Once again, a completely new sculpt, and the reason that I'm showing this photo, even though Jim never actually wore it in this state, is to just show you guys what it looked like in full before Jim cut the mouth and chin out. This mask is what would lead us to how Jim's masks have looked for the past few album cycles with the open mouth, no chin, beard hanging out look. As you can see, the mask had already started to be cut in this photo, but there's also footage of Jim taking the scissors and removing that mouth himself backstage. Something interesting about this piece is, once again, it has no zipper in the mouth. Then we would see another variation of this sculpt with a zipper in, but the mouth removed, so we only have the top of the zipper there. Now clearly this one has a slightly different paint job, and once again he's gone with a silver and black look, and if I've said it once, I've said it a million times, silver and black just works for the Jim mask. So this would be the last mask that we see Jim wear for the All Hope Is Gone era, and this style would stick around till this day. Although the sculpts have changed, Jim's beard has only gotten bigger and bigger, and he has stuck with the open chin mask style. Alright, point 5, the gray chapter. This one's gonna go by quick, so pay attention. Point 5, Jim Root mask. Point 5, Jim Root mask. Next up, We Are Not Your Kind.
Das ist schnell.
Another easy breezy cycle to get through. The We Are Not Your Kind era is still in its infancy. It is brand new, so clearly we're not going to see too many masks from this cycle. Unlike the point 5 cycle where it was around for the full amount and we only saw 2 different variants, the We Are Not Your Kind cycle is still very new. So first up, we've got the clean We Are Not Your Kind Jim. Personally, I find this to be a step up from the gray chapter mask, and I definitely dig the clean look. And this leads us into our weathered We Are Not Your Kind Jim. Still the same mask, just some weathering going on, and it does appear that there are 2 separate copies of this mask, one of them featuring a red ring around the true right eye, or the left eye on the image here, and one of them featuring a black ring like the one that you see in this photo. And that is it. Jim has had around 50 different variations of his mask in his career in Slipknot. Will there be more to come? I'm sure. Will there be new variations discovered? Probably, but that's the fun with the Slipknot mask hobby. There is so much history that more and more just keeps coming out.
Hey, that's what she said.
And with that being said, you guys know what time it is. Make sure to let me know down below what your all-time favorite Jim Root mask is. Mine was a really hard decision between the Ozfest, both clean and rotting, and the Silver Iowa, but I think just for nostalgia's sake, I've got to go with the Silver Iowa. That mask literally changed my life. Obviously, I love masks and stuff, but it's not too often that one sticks with you the way that this Silver Iowa has stuck with me all these years. So, let me know your favorite down below, and that is going to do it for this this video. I hope that you guys have enjoyed it, and I hope that maybe you learned something. So, until next time, this has been AJ Good at the House of Masks telling you to say no to drugs and alcohol, and we'll see you guys later.
Ja, geht alle mal schön zu AJ Good rüber, zu seinem Kanal The House of Masks. Lasst ein bisschen Liebe da. Er gibt sich wirklich sehr viel Mühe mit seinen Videos und er hat viel mehr Abonnenten verdient und würde mich freuen, wenn der ein oder andere ihm vielleicht ein Abo dalassen würde. Ja, das war es jetzt soweit mit den Jim-Masken. Mein Joker hat noch geschrieben, ja, Jim steckt immer viel Herzblut in seine Masken. Ja, das stimmt. Ich finde es einfach, es ist die beste Maske von Slipknot. Als ich Slipknot das erste Mal gesehen habe, ist mir sofort Jim aufgefallen. Deshalb, ich bin seit Tag 1 Jim Root Fan, sonst hätte ich ihn mir auch nicht auf den Arm tätowiert. Ja, also seit Tag 1 Jim Root Fan, seit Self-Titled und Iowa, gerade zu Iowa-Zeiten mit den verschiedenen Haarfarben, so was er da gemacht hat. Und dass das dann so ein bisschen die Maske auch angenommen hat, dieser Blauton, dieser eine, und dann diese silberne Variante. Ich guck mal, ob ich das irgendwo finde. Hier. Die Variante.
Favorite photo of Jim. I don't know, just super badass. Fight me. As we continue along with the mask, we have the late Iowa W neck, and the mask has gone back to a purple color, again, because Jim was constantly doing different hair dyes with his hair, and it just seemed to dye the mask every single time, giving it a drastically different appearance almost every time we saw it. And last but not least, for the W neck era, and as you can see, he continues to wear it here during Iowa. As you can see, it has changed slightly from the last time that we saw it. You can't see so much of the blues and the purples, and you can't see so much of the old face paint residue that was left on there. However, we do have a very strange purplish red
Diese Maske ist Instant Boner. Instant Boner, Alter. Also krieg sofort einen harten, wenn ich die Maske sehe. Ohne Scheiß. Hammer. Geile Maske. So, das war's jetzt aber zu dem Thema. Ich hoffe, es hat euch Spaß gemacht.